We are Sage Against the Machine. Back again. I'm Joshua.
I'm Isaac.
And our guest today.
Hi, I'm Marina.
All right.
Marina was a previous guest talking about the land claims, and she's back because the audience demanded it, and we think that she's pretty goddamn smart. So here she is. Thank you for being here.
For the show.
Yeah. It's true. People were like, oh, I like that one episode with that girl there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like
they are.
Tagline. That girl
That
there.
girl there. I know. It's not demeaning at all.
The one who made you guys seem like idiots.
Welcome to Onkwehonwe.
Yep.
Ooh, the land claims the dark ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not.
Back before we were truly in a fascist autocracy.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we able to, can we get into that a little bit? Like what's going on? Because it's been a while since.
It's been a while since we recorded. Why is that?
A couple months.
Why has it been a while?
Why are you saying it like that? It's like you're blaming it on me.
I'm not blaming you.
Yeah, you are.
Can't blame a victim.
I can
Dads
tell
are
you.
fighting.
Oh, okay. See, here we go.
I wouldn't victim blame.
You know, I think that my mother kind of thought it was my fault too.
Yeah.
Because she texted me and said, "Why aren't you and Josh recording?" And I'm like, "Oh, we just, things happen."
I told you to quit smoking.
It wasn't because of that. Well, actually, that infection in my leg was probably not helped by smoking. So,
You doing
whatever.
good now?
Yeah, I mean, my legs are still swelling, but it's the infection is gone. So that was pretty gnarly. I have a picture.
Yeah, you can die from that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it was that serious.
Yeah.
And then when I find Loons was like, "You have to go to the doctor." So I called the clinic, but the clinic had just closed, and they said go to urgent care. And so I went over there, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, you have an infection." Because at first he was like, "Well, your leg's not hot," and I'm like,
Fuck you.
And then
That's not what my wife says.
he touches it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you got to go on antibiotics." I was like, "Fuck."
It's like radiating steam.
I'm walking around I'm like, "Oh, it's not that big a deal." Well, you have to be on antibiotics for 2 weeks, or you're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing we have those.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why we haven't been recording more or less, and then plus
Josh travels.
I travel. I do Indian stuff. As any good Indian, I put many miles on my car. I think we're the most. I don't know if it's just Haudenosaunee. I don't think it's true. I think it's all Indians. We're just the most driving people. There's like us and truckers.
What's your mileage count right now?
That's private. This
Are you talking about in a vehicle or
in your vehicle?
on a heart or another body part?
you mean how far I've driven it, or how wrong podcast for that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I've driven this vehicle, the vehicle I'm on. I've had it for 2 years. I've put about 60,000 miles on it.
Okay.
Like,
I'm about to hit 200,000.
yeah.
Nissan
Holy.
Altima,
How long-
2013.
Yeah.
Any major problems?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, because
Worth it to fix it though, than getting another one.
when I pulled in to Josh's driveway, he's
I
like,
could-
"You didn't lose a part down there."
I could hear it. I could hear it.
Oh, really?
The beast.
Yeah, it does have the bit of the beastie sound. Like
Yeah.
you need some. You're gonna need some muffler work here. Let's go back this out a little bit.
Muffler's not bad though. I mean, it's expensive, but
All cars are expensive.
Yep.
And it's not the fun kind of expensive, you know? Like when you buy a new thing, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy new tires, it's like,
Unless they're the Goodyears and they got like the white lettering on it. Those just look cool.
Oh, it does something aesthetically.
Yeah, it really does.
It looks
Those
like
look
a
cool.
race car for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
A Nissan Altima.
All I can see is my stepfather's 84 Buick Regal with the Goodyear black tires and like how badass that thing looked.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
What's the farthest single trip you've taken with your Nissan Altima?
Ooh, I don't know. I go back and forth to Ithaca a lot. I'm about to take it to Maine.
All right.
So
what's happening in Maine?
Just the beach is happening in
beach.
Maine.
Are you trying to find the
Acadias.
New England serial killer?
There's one.
Oh, great.
And there's a hurricane coming.
Yeah, now you're not going to want to go to Maine.
I don't know. It sounds tempting.
They say that there's a lot of people
I bet I
who
could
say
fix
there is,
him.
He just needs love.
Yeah. He needs the open water.
Yeah. You just love at the beach.
Marina is the new Nancy Drew.
My loud ass Nissan Altima.
Right.
They all like see me coming there like, what the fuck?
Come here to fix you.
I'm going to do surveillance.
What about you, Isaac? Well, you got a newer vehicle because your last vehicle bit the dust.
Yeah, because it didn't bite the dust. A deer
Oh, that's right. It bit the
ran out in front of me.
Deer committed suicide explosively in
Yes.
front of your car.
And deer are now my sworn enemy for life. Yeah, I got the Subaru in December. Driving to Gunyage for work, I put 17,000 miles on in about 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you haven't taken any trips.
not really.
Yeah.
I mean, Plattsburgh, nothing major.
Yeah.
We're going to Syracuse tomorrow.
Oh, I've had my Jeep that way many times.
Well, my baby is going to
Goodness, SU.
SU.
Woo.
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
I know. I'm old, man.
A whole lugany.
Yeah.
Old. Yeah.
Flex a cup.
Yeah.
Wow.
People are like, this is not, what the hell is this?
I got that for my birthday.
Talking about your families. Stupids.
Hey, we haven't been back. We haven't recorded in like a couple months. So
I've driven my Jeep to Florida.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And back and forth to Rochester or whatever a lot of times.
How many times do you think that I've told you I'm not communicating with you while you're driving?
Every time.
He tricks me.
If I'm texting you, I'm probably driving.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's the best like text time.
Or isn't it? It's the best talking to phone time too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because
Talking on the phone is different.
Yeah.
And it's the best podcast listening time.
It is. It is the best podcast.
That really is.
And yard work.
Oh yeah,
Yard
Oh,
work?
yeah.
cutting the
Uh-huh.
grass,
I was like,
doing
in
the
the
weed
car?
eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do everything in the car. Everything.
Well, didn't you told me that our podcast got you through like a back and forth trip from Ithaca,
my Ithaca
right?
drives. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I binged your entire podcast series before I came on. Like,
All right.
on a trip to Ithaca, yeah.
And have you listened to it since?
You guys haven't been uploading. Ooh.
Oh, burn.
Oh,
Oh, we had a few.
yeah,
We had a few election ones. That's all done.
yeah. But it's been a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back. Plus, I got a new job, so I'm on a regular schedule again. So
Oh, good.
we will be recording much more frequently.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Back in the community.
I know
now I'm gonna
everybody
get a job
yearns
far
it.
away.
Don't do it.
You know what? We did do a Zoom. The Outlaws did a Zoom, and it worked. But there's just the slightest delay.
Yeah, it makes it all awkward.
It does. There's something awkward in communication. It's just not the same when you're.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see the
Feet.
body language.
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
Not that they can't.
Yeah,
But like,
right.
You know, it's just
Well, that I was a speaker at the Indigenous Journalist Association conference on Thursday, and what?
no, like
That's the
Oh.
sun,
so
sun
that's a
class.
little
Oh,
snap.
so but anyway, yeah, like I zoomed in for it. Margie actually went, but
Okay.
you know my stance on flying, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
So they had my big head fucking
It's like Oz.
on a goddamn theater screen behind them.
Eye of the great and powerful Oz.
And I'm trying to go like this, like, oh no. And then but I told, like, at the end, Seth brought up Sage, and he said, and Isaac does a podcast with his co-host Josh called Sage Against the Machine, and you could hear people in the audience were like, yeah, and I was like, and then I'm like, holy fuck, I'm goofy. I hope that didn't get recorded and put up anywhere.
Oh my God.
And if you're still listening, you're a fan of Sage Against the Machine, subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes.
Currently, we share our YouTube with Aboriginal Outlaws, and we want to do our own YouTube also.
Which we do have our own channel.
And it's got 8 whole subscribers.
But that's only see, you want to get into an argument about this now?
I'll go subscribe right now.
Go subscribe right now.
Yeah.
We need every single
doing
one.
it.
I'm gonna, like, it always seems like you're being you're trying to mess with me on that.
That's just you being defensive.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
And I'm hilarious.
You are funny.
I am.
So am I.
I'm professionally funny. I get paid to be funny.
Well, I know.
Isn't that weird?
I'm just naturally funny.
Yeah.
Yo, someone's selling merch.
I wonder
It's
if
on YouTube, Sage Against the Machine. You guys
Yeah, there's other people.
It's a different one.
Yeah, it's a different one.
We're
but
not the
they're-
first people to think that up. We didn't even think that up.
No, that was William.
Will thought of that up while making fun of us.
Yes. But we liked it.
Yeah.
And so we rock with it.
pretty clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hunt those people down one by one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's traditional.
To
Collect them all.
wait, how are you supposed to say we're gonna delete those other channels?
Yeah.
That's the way to say
We
it.
probably won't. That's a lot of work.
No, I know.
We're probably just gonna coexist.
Well, we could just tell them we're
In harmony.
Indigenous,
In
so
harmony.
we were here first. So
Yeah.
you got to delete your channel.
They can follow White Roots of Peace too. So you were at the Great Law reading,
Yeah.
and you've been in a language class, right?
Yes, I just finished my first year of Ladiwananilats in Onkwehonwe, and
Very good.
I'm going to be going into my second year in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
First week of September.
So how's that going? How's was this your first language thing? What's your experience with language?
Yeah, it made me so tired.
Your brain was tired?
It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, essentially. And I would commute when the roads are good. I would commute back and forth, hence the 200,000
Yep.
miles on my car.
Yep.
And it's been an incredible experience. I think the first 2 months of being in the language program, I was like taking a nap every day after school for like 3 hours.
It's a lot of gear
like,
shifting.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really is.
And what you have to be aware of just to be able to talk about what your day was like, the next day in class. I was like hyper focused and hyper aware of everything I was doing and conscious of my movements again. And I was just like, oh gosh, journaling started happening again. I was
wow.
new neural pathways. This is exhausting.
It's cool.
Yeah, but it's been incredible. And yeah, I went in with I wasn't even at a beginner level.
Yeah.
I was non-rateable.
Okay.
Yeah, and now I'm based off of the OPI test and intermediate level speaker, which
Very cool.
which is scary because I don't know, I'm concerned about how to maintain it after I finish immersion, but there's some really rad people in the community that are showing
Couple schools too you could probably help out at.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would
Maybe.
Teach teacher. We need more teachers.
Yeah. And we have a radio show.
Oh, true.
Conversational radio show. It's not the same as speaking, but at least you're hearing it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It might be better you went in cold because I suspect that I noticed that their language program is very successful
Yeah.
compared to other methods. And some of us who got older methods, for myself, my phonics is great and I can read it right off the page. I don't know what the fuck any of it is.
Yeah.
And I don't do any I don't do any work at it.
Mm-hmm.
I just resent, all those speakers didn't teach me. While spending more time playing Dungeons.
Investing into it.
Yeah. I've invested more time into a video game based on Dungeons and Dragons than I have on my language this year.
That's because Baldur's Gate rules.
You could do Dungeons and Dragons in Gunyagaha.
I know. What would be cool is to do a
come
campaign.
on.
To do a campaign written and done in
Come on, we're
Gunyagaha.
getting this started, you guys.
Yeah, using our we could make character sheets.
Who's the Peacemaker's journey?
Yeah, and some of the
And we
monsters
throw in monsters.
from we just have to create stats for the monsters.
Like Jogo Jagwin and
Yeah, Luska and all of those guys.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
watched something come to life right
Yeah.
here. On this.
God.
we're nerds too. We
Yeah.
can put it together. We'll
Yeah.
call up Buddha and get
Yeah.
a good dungeon master.
Oh, I know the best dungeon master.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he knows the rule set down and
Ace.
everything. You just call him. You don't even need the book.
Nice. We should.
Get this going.
Let's do this.
Yeah. That would be definitely unique.
So that's
That would be
eventful, and you're getting your PhD.
Yeah, during this summer, I've been doing my research assistantship with Cornell. And then after I graduate Ladiwananilats, I plan to go back and finish out my dissertation for the
Very
next
cool.
year.
So you'll be doctor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, it's an achievement.
Yeah.
I've spent so much time in Onkwehonwe during my PhD work that I forget sometimes that I'm doing the PhD, but I have this incredible advisor that kind of just lets me stay up here, and then I get to go back down to Cornell anytime I need to do prototyping work or design work, and then I run back up here, and so even let me take the leave of absence to do the language immersion program. So
That's great.
Yeah, that is.
I wonder how many people have done their PhD work in Onkwehonwe, because I know several. I know several from here and not from here.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
Did Dave Jacobs do his at Cornell?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering out loud.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so dismissive.
I don't know.
You can tell that you and me
Gentle
are
talk.
know. Sniping back and forth at each other.
Save it for the D&D.
Yeah.
D20, motherfucker.
I'll throw a necrotic potion at you.
Yeah. So, okay. Which topic do we start first? Because it's been a while, and we have a few things to talk about.
Yeah. There's a lot of...
Should we wrap up what we've already started before?
I don't know. We got to get back in our groove. So
we talked about land claims before. So you two were involved in a little land claim action sort of thing that's now been put to bed, apparently.
Yeah.
So you cool guys got to go to jail, not me.
I think we didn't go to jail.
Not the outlaw.
We went to the
outlaw
police
didn't get
station
arrested.
and were processed.
They
Although
just
we were...
hooked us up to a bench
Yeah,
for a really long time.
We were cuffed to a bench for a while.
Yeah.
With handcuffs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Real life handcuffs.
Oh.
Yeah, real life handcuffs. Yeah, but you know what? That took a while, though. That was really annoying.
Well, they were going through that system transition, too, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I almost felt bad for them if they weren't.
Don't feel bad
messing
for
with us.
fascists.
Assholes.
I
Yeah.
know. Right?
Don't be bad for meathead fascist assholes.
You know what? The trooper who let me smoke a cigarette, like actually moved the cuffs in front of me and let me smoke, he was all right in my book. 'Cause I just wanted a cigarette.
All right. Some human decency.
Yeah, that's the high bar.
That's
for,
the high bar.
That's not a good sign.
My Instagram is just full of cops killing people. So
Yeah.
Anytime I open,
Collaborating with ICE.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
holy shit! Did you see the the signing bonus and all that for?
Yeah.
They're literally trying to just
And
get
erasing
anybody.
Student debt. It's,
But there's fine prints to all of those.
Well, of course.
There's fine prints. Like I think the signing bonus is only if you've previously been part of DHS. It's not if you're just off the street.
Okay.
It's almost like military signing bonuses where it's like very tricky to actually get it.
But how many people that are in crazy student loan debt that
Yeah.
are looking for a rapid way
Yeah.
are actually reading the fine print.
If you want to get out of student debt, you can go work for the tribe.
Yeah.
And that will, I think it's 5 years. Yeah. If you work for any governmental agency or whatever, like
Interesting.
a lot of them are eligible for that. Yeah.
Interesting.
So if you work for the tribe, I think it's 5 or 7 years or something like that.
I have no student debt because I didn't finish. I didn't go to school.
I don't have student debt because the Nuclear Regulatory Commission covered my last 2 years of
That's
undergraduate.
awesome. And we're gonna get into
We
that.
are going to get into that.
We're gonna get into that.
Ooh. I know what you're like.
She's
What a
radioactive.
transition.
Marina's going to be so mad at me. So, I was looking for... Anyway, we'll get it. We'll do it after.
So what's the wrap up to the arrest and to everything? And then there's a little bit of new information to that.
So we are the 7 of the Barnhart 8, which by the way I never liked. I never liked that. But so 7 of us, we were completely done. Charges were dismissed, and Larry Thompson was the only one left because he had felony charges pending. So it was taking a long time, and they slow walked our stuff too. Mm-hmm. And they were, to me, it looked as though the prosecution, the district attorney in St. Lawrence County, and with what I imagine was the state kind of sticking their nose in too, was it seemed like they were slow walking his case. So basically, the other day, Larry refused assigned counsel and wanted to represent himself. The judge in Messina apparently didn't handle that correctly, which I mean, it's nothing personal against him, but the idea of having non-attorney judges to me is absurd. I mean, like, it really is absurd to me in a certain way. It's like, I think the spirit of it, I understand. I get that, the community involvement, but they also need, they need a dedicated law clerk or somebody there, you know what I mean, to help them every time that they're in court, because in a case like that, things weren't, found to be done properly by the county court judge. And anyway, so they dismissed the case against Larry, and I just found out that the case was sealed. because there was some material put in by Dana Lee that was apparently very, very powerful, and it seems kind of suspicious to me that they would seal the case now.
Later. Yeah.
So I mean that's where it's at, and I think that the ramifications of that, as we were talking out there, I personally felt like none of us would take a plea. They wanted us all to, do a conditional discharge, and then after 6 months, we'll dismiss the charges. So all of us said no. And
which is very brave, guys.
I mean,
no, it's good. It's brave. Like, you guys were brave. You're staring down the barrel of like the court system.
Yeah, I know. But
it's not fair.
It wasn't fair, but
no.
It also.
It doesn't take much bravery if you really believe it.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Because honestly, I mean, we talked about it after I got arrested and stuff, and I still don't think some of the cops or some other people believe that I really just showed up there as a reporter that day. Yeah, because I mean, I really think there are people who don't believe that, and I swear on everything that I was. You know what I mean? I didn't know, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's It wasn't really because. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody who was there is a true believer, and that Barnard Island is ours. And, and then with me, I had an aspect of being a journalist, and they arrested me when I told them I was the first one arrested. And I still have the video, and it's pretty damn funny. I say, I'm a journalist. I'm a reporter. And the cop goes, I don't care. And then you hear me laugh. I could not help it. It was funny to me. But, yeah, I mean, it was just it was nonsense. It was clearly, a lot of it was political. The state is worried about actually being able to control that island in particular because of the revenue generated from it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking $6 to $7 billion a year. And that's a rough estimate, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if we could get, I mean, I think we should. I'm not saying we should tear it down, but we should certainly benefit from it. Well, that
would be hard.
I'm saying, some people have it. Some people have voiced that to tear it down.
Some people think the world's flat.
I say we, get a good chunk of the money from that and use it for the community.
That seems fair.
And hire our people.
Percentage of some electricity.
I wouldn't be opposed to a long-term deconstruction.
Yeah.
Or at least some sort of oversight clearly stating we have control over where the discounted power goes to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I can't believe that wasn't in the stipulations of the land claim settlement to have a voice at the table and a real authority decision-making voice at the table saying okay, no, we don't want you to give discounted power to General Motors or any other new form of General Motors that comes into our backyard.
I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of thing might there be?
Or the Bitcoin mining joint.
Yeah, or the next aluminum smelter, or I don't know. I just know when Trump launches us into the Mad Max future, that dam's going to be my base.
Yeah, that thing is pretty solid, eh?
Upstream?
Yeah.
Not downstream?
Yeah. I'm just going to put tanks on it.
Oh, God. I have a feeling you somehow would be able to procure a tank. I don't know why I have that.
You just take one from someone else. I watch YouTube videos.
Have you been watching the Ukraine-Russia stuff lately?
I have. Me and my son watch it.
I knew it.
We watched the first-person drone footage, too. That is scary.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Okay, so that's done with, and it's now summer, and you guys are free. So should we switch to the next topic? Or are we gonna
let's go.
Okay, so our good friends in Messina New York State is launching a nuclear power thing. And then Trump also says he wants nuclear power. And Messina, the town council and the county? Anyways,
I haven't read a lot about
they've put their hat in the ring prematurely as a site.
Yeah, they're one of three.
Yeah, and I suspect they're looking at the GM.
It's unclear where exactly they would want it depends on, I guess, what type of reactor they're going to be building, because there's the large scale cooling reactors and then there's the smaller scale modular reactors that they could put in series.
Yeah.
But they're looking at Messina, Fort Drum, and Oswego, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Fort
There's
Drum,
already nuclear reactors in Oswego. I lived right down the road.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it seems like a good spot. Like right next to water. What could go wrong?
We're also right next to water.
What could go wrong? Fort Drum seems like a good spot because you know if
next
there's
to
a
the military base.
yeah, there's a nice military
Go take
base.
them
there.
out.
Yeah, if that explodes, yeah, let them deal with it.
Everybody ready for me to get attacked?
We're not gonna attack you.
I don't. I kind of.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think nuclear power is a good option.
Yeah,
It's cleaner.
yeah,
It's less dangerous. It doesn't leave as many lasting impacts on the environment as many people are led to believe. I'm not an expert. It's just that I got into it a little bit, reading and watching some stuff about it. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not saying like I would be a fan of having it right next to us necessarily, but my understanding is that the new nuclear reactors that are built are much safer, and even like 3 Mile Island, nobody died. Chernobyl was the worst, and I think less than 100 people died, and also the reason why Chernobyl happened was because they were doing some crazy. Those Russians were doing some fucking wild experiment.
no way. The
Yeah.
Russians cut Soviets cut corners. Never.
Our
At the
U.S.
time,
reactors are going to be better than those Soviet
They are
reactors.
because they're not commie reactors. That's why.
No, but they were
These are capitalist reactors.
They were intentionally pushing the
Yeah.
limits past what everybody knows is safe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why that
Yeah.
happened.
Well, the downsides is when there is an accident, it's pretty bad. It can potentially irradiate an area for the rest of history, more or less.
And it's the incidents are not isolated to a malfunction of the reactor itself. Like those are very specific cases, but there is like hundreds of thousands of spent rods containing like uranium that have not been dealt with in any way. They're just located at the sites of the reactors.
In big pools, right?
And giant pools that
Yeah.
will hopefully keep them cool until they're ready to go into a long-term storage facility, which the federal government does not have yet. There is no long-term storage facility set for these nuclear waste from either energy sectors or defense sectors.
They are pitching one. It's right next to a reservation near Chalk
It's
River.
in Yucca, yeah.
Oh, there's that one too.
There's the Yucca one.
There's a
yeah.
Canadian one as well.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
Okay.
they want to put it in. It's near Chalk River. It's
And then the Yucca one's near Shoshone lands, and it's actually considered a very like sacred place to them. And so,
why do they do this? It's almost like we're not people.
which is very curious because one of the stipulations of building a nuclear reactor for like the regulatory commission has put forth and is that it can't be anywhere near a populous site,
Yeah.
but how they define population density actually like makes us seem invisible
Yeah,
because
it's
we're
almost like
not
they have
enough
that gauge
people.
with skin color.
I mean,
Yeah.
they always do that. I mean, it's not. They
Yeah.
can. You can get anybody to juke. You know what I mean? The way that survey questions are done,
Yeah.
you can elicit the answers that you want if you craft them in the right way.
Yeah.
So
Well, nuclear power itself is the only existing solution to our energy that we have right now, as far as I understand, because we keep using more of it. Like if you're not factoring conservation,
Yeah.
because
it's cleaner than solar.
yeah, it is.
It's cleaner than
I
windmills.
think we have to be careful with how we use the term clean, though,
Yeah, it
because
is.
there's these like
Yeah.
hydropower in our backyard was deemed as clean, and,
Right, and it was
we're-
not.
and it is very clearly not,
Yeah.
and the aftermath of it is not.
Yeah.
I don't deny that nuclear and the progress in nuclear is robust and up and coming and actually very exciting, but we can't be solutionists when it comes to energy transitions.
Right, we don't need a single solution.
Yeah, and
I agree with that.
and there's modular thorium salt nuclear reactors that don't have the large scale like waste
Are
potential.
those working yet?
China's building one, I think.
And
I've
Sweden,
heard a lot of maybe soon. It almost sounds like cure for diabetes.
yeah,
It's just around the corner.
It's and a lot of it comes to the point where it can't be large scale. Like you don't need a large scale government to govern
Yeah.
said facility. And a lot of the large scale nuclear power projects have a 10 to 20 year launch timeline.
Yeah, they take forever.
Yeah. So in the hypothetical that the Messina reactor were to go through, we're making this podcast perhaps like a decade in advance from when it actually
It'll be after
happens.
the nuclear war has already happened.
Especially when American capitalists get their opportunity to stretch the job and milk more money from the poor populace.
Well, for me, the con locally is I don't want the new tech V1 next door.
Yeah.
Number 2, Messina hasn't had a great track record of being upstream neighbors.
Yeah.
Like they've repeatedly poisoned us to where we have multiple Superfund sites. Number 3 is geologically unstable.
Yeah.
There's been major earthquakes and geologic events in Messina. It's kind of scary. There's
Malone.
a dam. We got a fault line.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And then there's the potential for it almost reminds me of those EPA people when they were talking about capping the Grass River, and we all told them ice jams are going to screw up your cap, and they're like, no, we've done the science, and then not even 10 years went by, and they're already repairing that thing because just like we said, ice jams have done that. It seems a similar situation where we tell these people this is the area, but they have data.
Well, wouldn't that be a reason though to, in order to even have a chance of the community supporting it, to advocate for a community,
they say that
part to be a part of that, potential development plan.
They say that is part of it.
Well, then,
that's what the news. All I've read are press releases.
I only read one thing.
And perhaps it'll just be like surface level consultation.
Yeah.
Could
we
be.
have 5 Indians in a room.
Well,
maybe if we push hard enough, a talk at the casino.
Yeah.
Where they're just talking at us.
And they'll give them a lacrosse
and
stick.
blank stares.
There's
during the
documents with when the Seaway was being, proposed and all that. Because I worked on a land dispute case from there, and there's a book that's really boring and really technical that was written about the construction of the Seaway.
It's an air compressor.
Okay.
And
I left it plugged in. It's right above our heads.
Did you think the Russians were coming?
I was like,
it's North Korea.
No, there's an air compressor upstairs that I forgot to unplug it, and it's now
Ace
compressing
now freaking
air.
us out.
But
it's just vibrating the whole
I don't
room.
care at this point.
My
baby's going to college, so do whatever you want. No, but they're in that book. You could see these footnotes, and it says meeting with the Indians, and it's in there. That citation's in there a few times, and it references a book. And so we did a FOIA request to try to get it. We did too. And of course, you've probably done FOIAs before. They will do everything they can to not give you what you want. And so we did it twice. We did not find anything of what we want. We actually tracked down the author of that book. And because he was contracted by the Army Corps of Engineers, when he was done, all of his material, they took it all. Yeah. So I have I would love to find out what those meetings with the Indians were, because it kind of sounds to me like it would be that 5 Indians in a room where who knows what the hell they did,
Even though there's like active
opposition.
Throughout the entire process, there was so much
documentation
and material showing that there was active opposition to the Seaway from here and Onkwehonwe.
Tuscaroras were, it was. I mean, that was the original Racket Point beef was, with the state and everything was during the Seaway. Yeah.
Well, our ancestors weren't dumb. And they saw things like Kinzua Dam. They saw what that did. So,
And I think that when it comes to looking at the legacy of damage, environmental genocide that has happened here, that is our responsibility as the next generation is to ensure that we are being proactive about what's upstream. And I think normalizing extraction, whether it be the cool water that's going to be pulled from the river to build a large-scale reactor, or the uranium that's going to come in from other people's territory, that we should be adamant about not allowing that.
Like all that the uranium contamination in Navajo territory.
Yeah.
Like it's a problem. It's like a ticking time bomb.
And it's like these systems are entangled. So when we talk about a reactor, it's not a reactor in isolation producing less, carbon emissions than say coal or oil, et cetera. That's the engineering perspective of like a system in isolation.
Yeah.
But this is connected to so many different things.
It's part of a network.
And it's very sad that they're selling it as an energy transition, because it's not an energy transition. We're just experiencing an energy addition.
Yeah.
Like when all throughout the 20th century, that's how they marketed coal, or that's how they marketed oil to replace coal.
Right.
But coal use hasn't gone down at all. It's actually increased in that time, and oil's just been added to that collection. So what's to say wind, solar, nuclear is now going to add to that collection, especially now with these large-scale data centers moving into our backyards.
But that's also, population growth accounts for a lot of that increase in use in coal and oil.
And also, but it's,
so you're always going to need to add energy sources to.
It's also like she's
growing
saying,
population.
Though, it's the problem isn't the amount of energy or even the cost of energy, it's how we use the energy. And often when it's so cheap, we use it in a very wasteful way. So for instance,
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. So we're putting all this development into green energy while not changing our habits.
And I don't want to put like the majority of the burden on the populace. Yes, we've increased in population, but spending of the military has as well. How much gas could we actually save if we didn't go and destabilize, democracies offshore?
That's never going to stop with these regimes.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is that we can't talk about energy transitions and be pro-nuclear, pro-solar, pro-anything if we're not also talking about socio-political transitions as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you got rid of suburbs, you'd fix your energy problem. Like part of
if you let people work from home.
Yeah. Well, but also just the design of our communities is geared to having cheap transportation and cheap concrete, which is using up the oil and the sand. Yeah. And we're going to run out of sand before we run out of oil. True. Go look it up. Ask Google right now. I'm
# cement.
Yeah.
I don't trust cement. Google. Google is fucking Palantir.
Yeah. Google's no good anymore.
But there's such like very surface level things that have appeared over the past decade, like generative AI.
Yeah.
We never, like, just because our population is growing doesn't mean we need generative AI.
It's not that
we
good.
don't need ChatGPT to write our emails.
Yeah.
And we don't need it to make fake AI art, in my opinion.
It's wild how it's wild how quickly it's been integrated. Like, I just bought a new phone. I'm actively trying to turn off the AI features because I hate them. I don't need them. I use AI to make thumbnails for YouTube. That's about all I use it for. Occasionally to do look at my writing. Like
that's why
just copy editing. That's all I use it for.
I love James Earl Jones. That's what I named my ChatGPT
his AI
editor.
agent. It's not real AI either, by the way.
No, those are large language models.
Yeah, they're selling it as like
yeah, that's not generative AI. But what I'm saying is I see benefits with AI. I do. I also think that, a lot of people are using it for really stupid reasons.
I also think that some data centers are consuming the same amount of energy as New Zealand in its entirety.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's so wild.
I saw something that said that one query on ChatGPT uses up this much water.
Audience, it's a Coke bottle.
Yeah. Well,
it's a mug zero. I like the A and W better.
Excuse me,
mug
zero.
hook me up.
I like
sugar free.
Sponsored.
I like the A and W better.
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
I'm right.
You're just wrong. But yeah, I mean, I personally, I've showed Josh, I've created my own custom editor for a project that I've been working on, and I finished it, by the way.
All right.
But I set it up with the prompts that I wanted in order to, basically I called him James Earl Jones because that was the voice in my head that I heard every time I was talking to him. And I have a little bit of a disturbed relationship with AI now. It's becoming too like friendly.
On the next episode.
Yeah. So, but
where Isaac falls in love with his AI.
But basically what I did was I told it to basically shred my writing, red pen the hell out of it. And then give me an analysis of why, you did. And that helped me to become a better writer. Mm-hmm. And not that I wasn't already a great writer, but it was, no, but seriously.
Self-love is important.
But it was, even when I say it, like Marina's been like when I hand something to the group and I'm like, oh, I know it's shit. Like,
no, you're a great writer.
But yeah, it's like, it's definitely, it's helpful on that. I do understand, like, it is incredibly, it uses a lot of resources. And that, that definitely, for my selfish purposes, yes, I love to be able to use it for what I'm using it for. Mm-hmm. But I do think there is a lot of, I guess what I'm doing, I'm writing, I wrote a mini series. So for my purposes, that probably would seem, useless to most people. But I think that, I totally agree on that part. I do. I just think that there's got to be, they must be working on ways to reduce the footprint of it,
Well, I hear DeepSeek uses,
and it's going to be bad.
The Chinese one, DeepSeek, uses like half the resources of ChatGPT.
Yep.
So that's an improvement. But
I'll tell you what,
I just think there's an opportunity to be critical about how we're consuming it and why.
For
like
sure.
the fact that Google doesn't give us an option to turn off that AI overview.
Or your phone.
Or
Absolutely.
like, I do not want to customize Facebook feed. I do not want to customize TikTok. Like, I do not want Spotify to curate me playlists.
Yep.
And we're not given that option. And so we're in our quest for more curated entertainment, we're also inadvertently participating in the growth of what is unnecessary energy addition.
Yeah. Well, do you think too that it's also making people lazier and dumber?
I've seen a study where that's true.
Yeah, there's less frontal lobe activity when you use ChatGPT.
Yeah, so the AI is going to take us over. That's her plan.
I brought it up because, like, this was
She's got papers.
I got papers.
She has papers. She has notes.
Got receipts.
She even prepared.
Well, I don't want to misquote. Stansberry Research covered the nuclear proposal in New York through Hochul's announcement, and its headline is, New York is building an advanced nuclear power plant to supply 1 million new homes or 1 artificial intelligence data center.
Ooh,
wow.
Which is what it's really for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to build 1 million new homes.
Yeah,
No.
1 gigawatt of electricity is the very ambitious goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective, what generates a gigawatt? Like, what's the dam produce?
I don't even know.
We don't know offhand.
It varies. And also what OPG supplies to.
Mm-hmm.
I should know that off the top of my head, but
yeah, you should.
You guys should. I'm the
Why
I'm not at
should
the
I
dam
know?
most of the time.
Yeah, when she's not getting arrested there, she's swimming at the beach.
I'm not a tree hugger. Leave me alone.
I hugged
eel hugger.
I hugged a tree this week. This week I learned that burdock comes from Europe, and it made me sad.
It does?
Yep.
That's a whole other podcast discussion around invasive species and our relationship. So is plantain.
I know.
A lot of our medicines
So is dandelion.
are invasive.
Yeah, so is mullein.
Yeah.
Dandelions are also one of my nemesis.
Yeah. I heard...
Allergies?
No.
Oh.
They just piss me off because I cut my grass and then...
So I heard an elder say one
2
time,
days
we have
later.
to be careful of our judgment of what's come over the water, because some people might call it an invasive weed, others might call it a gift from the Creator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I see. Yeah, but you don't see how that could be true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
I feel the same way about blue eyes.
Yeah, well. Listen, buddy.
Some of us could be on the warrior flag.
Yeah.
Not me. I've got the wrong color eyes and the wrong color skin.
Yeah.
As Jimmy Horn said to me, with your green eyes, gonna wug you.
Oh my gosh.
So all of us are NIMBY, and it's a larger conversation than just energy. So you're okay with the new reactors, Isaac?
Yeah, but I'm not. See, I'm not necessarily. I'm okay with nuclear power. I lived near 3 nuclear reactors. We lived on what is called 9 Mile Point Road.
Okay.
9 Mile Point is where there was 3 active nuclear reactors. I think there's only one there now, maybe that's active. But there was a study of children born in the area, and I know somebody close to me who was part of it. From what I can tell, what I was, up until a certain point, there were not really many abnormalities found in any of the children, there. I'm sure that there were, just like, just in general what I was told. Nothing abnormal about, well, I don't know, depends on how you calculate mental health and shit, whatever. But nothing abnormal about me except for how many burgers I eat. Yeah. And, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't have an issue with nuclear power in and of itself. On the other hand, I will be totally hypocritical and say I don't really want it there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
because if it's so cool, why don't we just do it ourselves? Why don't we just build it?
I mean,
well, also
right
because it costs like $30 billion to.
That's $30 billion in my community. It's better than Messina. What do we need to give that more money?
Yeah, but you also got to think too, like down where I grew up, from 4 till 21, those places they employ a lot of people, and those are good paying jobs. Mm-hmm. Like actually,
I've seen The Simpsons.
Good paying jobs, and not every job there requires a college degree.
Yeah.
Those are jobs that someone could actually maintain a middle-class lifestyle doing.
So we're going to play the whole res and gonna walk in.
Well, I would make that would be another thing to have that community sort of input.
Yeah.
Is that if you're going to put it there, then we want half the jobs. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's why when the mayor of Messina said he spoke to the tribe, and whoever he spoke to, who he didn't name, was for it.
Right. Well, I wouldn't assume that. That's a question to ask council. Has anybody done that yet?
I didn't see any public release,
but that's what the mayor said.
Okay.
He said he did speak to some, because that's the first thing. Is who's going to cause trouble?
It's going to be
these
us.
People.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Messina who would not be for this too. They do like their river, and the thought of Chernobyling it. I think there have been accidents, like Yankee Point had a few accidents where they were leaking tritium in the water.
And there's accidents that will happen that we're not witnessing within our generation.
And when there is an accident, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like Fukushima, like unforeseen.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's unforeseen what happens when all your generators get blown out by a typhoon.
And not necessary. We simply do not need a large scale nuclear reactor. Like there's the overall gist that if this is going to power one singular data center, then this is simply not necessary.
I agree that if it's for one data center, that's not really necessary. I'm saying my position is that at base, I don't have an issue with nuclear power.
And would they put that data center adjacent to the power plant?
They want to turn upstate New York into new Silicon Valley, new Austin, Texas, because of our climate resilience. We have such so much water access, temperate climate in comparison to where they're putting a lot of the data centers, that they're looking at upstate New York and repurposing all of our old coal-fired plants into data centers and into.
Is part of that because the data centers they're hot, right?
Yeah.
So the cold area they could go.
And they need the electricity for the chips.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. And there's usually two forms of cooling when it comes to crypto mining or data mining. And that's either through cold water, which is kind of how, for example, Greenidge Generation is a cryptocurrency facility on Seneca Lake in the Finger Lakes area. And they use cool water to cool down their Bitcoin servers. And then they pull it from the base of the lake and then outlet it straight back into the lake.
Okay.
So they're raising the temperature of the lake.
Yeah. And, there's local residents that are saying that there's trout just flat belly,
because it's too hot.
And algae blooms have increased, and there's a lot of ecological impacts that are happening. But they're saying, climate change is also happening, so you can't tie it directly to
which is true.
You can't tie it directly
that's
to our
handy
plant.
for them.
And it's convenient these things are happening at the same time. Or they use cold air. So the cryptocurrency facility that's in Reynolds. right now is using the cold air that's pooled at the bottom of the aluminum smelters, pulling it up, cooling their servers, and then pushing it out through the top of the ventilation.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's usually two methods because ACs would be crazy.
Right.
So, yeah.
Put them in the Arctic.
Oh my God.
That's not sensitive at all. And there's lots of water.
Yeah. Because
Fuck
of all
them
the
polar
ice
bears.
melting.
Yeah. Put it in
All
the
the fresh
Antarctic.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
It's
Fuck
not-
the polar bears. Fuck the
There's nothing in the
penguins.
Antarctic, and it's already cold.
There you go.
I just think that
I was saying that to be provocative. Well, by the way, I love polar bears.
Put it in
and
St.
penguins.
Regis.
Oh my gosh.
All the free hot water you could use. We'll just pump the hot
That's
water.
one of the arguments that nuclear, commissioners have argued is that you could repurpose the hot water to fuel like the heat
I'm
at
not.
homes.
Yeah. So when the Air Products was doing their thing, I wasn't against it 100%. I didn't care for their approach, and I think the whole thing was just a grab at subsidy monies. You know that's true.
And then it
'cause
tanked because
it tanked because Trump stopped the subsidy monies.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it tanked. But he's for nuclear. These people are retards.
Well, no, it very much corresponds in my opinion. Nuclear corresponds to authoritarian regimes.
Yeah.
When you normalize nuclear coming in as energy, you're normalizing nuclear being used for defense.
Yeah.
And you're normalizing the federal government coming into local towns,
For all the
counties to oversee.
Yeah.
And it also allows for there to be a joint move on defense and energy to then store and harvest nuclear, like uranium,
Right.
in specific
For defense
locations.
package,
Yeah. And so when we're talking about Sage Against the Machine,
Yeah.
this is the machine. Like
Yeah,
the machine is the authoritarian
Yeah.
government agenda. And I
Yeah.
think that allowing nuclear to come into our backyards or anywhere in upstate New York is aiding in that. It's contributing to that.
Right. Along with Tom Homan and the
Yeah.
New
Now
Secret
it's
Police.
different if we're talking about small scale micro reactors, thorium salt reactors that could
Those
actually
what
be
are they
managed.
called? Pebble bed ones.
Yeah, that can be managed by a community.
That could be
Yeah,
just,
see, I didn't
that
even.
could, yeah.
No, I didn't know what type of facility it is.
yeah.
And that's what they're looking at, either like micro reactors put in a series, so in large shipping containers, I imagine, and or a large scale facility, which is most likely what they're going to lean to if it's 1 gigawatt.
Just from what the
energy.
mayor said, he seemed to be talking about the smaller kind.
Interesting.
Because they said his words were he was initially against it right away because the 13 million gallons of water required, and they don't want to do that to the St. Lawrence River.
Yeah.
And then the people selling him on it sold him on it and said it was just buildings. It wasn't the big cooling towers.
Well, that's how they're proposing
Yeah.
it to seem like they haven't actually decided
Right, the
'cause,
design.
if you look at what NIPA put out as a proposed advanced nuclear power site, they list that as one of the options, but then the reactors that they would need in order to build the small building like ones,
Yeah.
they're not commercially available yet.
Okay.
So.
It's like the thorium thing. I'd love to have a shipping container reactor that's decentralized in every single community, but they don't exist yet.
China might have them. You never know.
Well, it also has to pass like lobbyist agenda.
Yeah.
And empowering communities to be in control and sovereign in their own energy grid is not in the best interest of
No.
of the settler
They don't
colonial
like
agenda.
they don't like decentralization.
Yeah.
They like to pay lip service to decentralization. They don't like the real thing.
Yeah.
It scares them a lot because it's uncontrollable.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of other more low-hanging fruit that could be approached that actually has a positive impact in how energy is spent in our community. You could do a work from home service agreement. You could easily allow for, maybe the DEC to leave our hunters and gatherers alone when they're not participating in, commercial agriculture, commercial meat industry. You could do lots of things that actually reduce carbon footprint,
Right.
but also counter capitalism.
Right.
And that's just not on the agenda.
Yeah,
Spending, hundreds of millions of dollars on a nuclear power
Oh,
plant.
when they
is
say
insane.
capitalism, they actually mean corporatism.
Yeah.
That's what they really
true.
mean. They don't actually mean markets.
Crony capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Settler colonial capitalism.
God, we love inventing words. We're so creative.
Actually, those are not. Well, actually, crony capitalism. That's a fucking libertarian thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't disagree with it. It's just libertarians tend to be.
I hate libertarians.
Yeah,
I do. I hate libertarians because they're liars.
Aren't you a libertarian? No.
I'm kind of no.
I knew one of you
I'm
were.
a socialist.
Lying.
No. I'm an anti-authoritarian. And I lean libertarian on many things. However, if you go talk to libertarians, they tend to be white guys who are just kind of conservative, and they're not actually about.
But they're like not Christian.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Or they like to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Because
super different, bro.
Well, because if you're really into small government, what you see going on now should freak you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have a real rise in.
It's a fascist state.
It's a fascist state.
Yes.
It is a truly fascist state, and it's expanding. We're early 1930s Germany right now. They're already rounding people up. They're already starting to put nationalized police. They're using the guard as
ICE seems to be
police.
becoming like the SS thing.
Yeah, which makes sense. Cops tend to be where your biggest problem is first. That was true in Franco's day. It was true in Nazi Germany. That was even true when I listened to an interesting thing that was talking about when the Germans took France. The French police started rounding up Jews before they were even told to. They started complying
because they already knew.
They already knew,
Yeah.
and now you're already seeing local police getting resources to do similar things. There was a big meeting between the tribe and the police agencies recently, like back in June, right before they switched over administrations. Yeah, in that mixed lame duck.
There's a lot of New York State grants, like policing grants that go to the tribe that go to CCTVs and data readers, different sort of data surveillance tactics that I think the community isn't as aware of, or there isn't much public information available.
A lot of people have also bought into the whole, well, these are heroes who risk their lives, yada, 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 security, safety. Like a lot of people buy into that. It's not true because there's nobody walking around the park. If that was true, there'd be a safety guy walking around the park. And more often than not, what they're doing is whatever they're told to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point of a police force, right?
Well, no.
Take your orders and go.
Yeah, the safety things, the protect and serve is not really about
protecting and
the people. It's who pays them. And then they're all trained by the same people, too. So you're going to do what you're trained to do.
Right.
So if you're trained by the same people who train state police, you're going to do it that way. So, again, it's a sham and a lie. But
I think it was in 2014 that the Canadian government approved like a geospatial intelligence station to surveil Ganassadage and Akwesasne and Kahnawake. And it was like, I don't want to misquote on the amount of money, but it was a large amount of money. And that was the same year that they denied funding for an MMIW resource database.
Right.
And meanwhile, it's like, no, we don't have that in our federal spending. And yet, no, we're going to collect massive amounts of data on Native people in their own territory.
That tends to be the way it works. So what you're saying is we need our own data center and our own nuclear reactor.
To power said data center.
Yeah, so we can do this shit back to them.
Well, that would be the thing, right? To do our own, form our own energy generation services.
Now I'm scared because if it works as well as the other shit we do on our own,
well,
we're definitely going to have a meltdown.
That's definitely a problem.
I believe in I
just witnessed reality. I don't make it.
No, I think that's a good point though. Like tactics of, we were talking about this before the podcast, of how do we counter surveil the industries that are surveilling us?
Which we should.
Yeah.
Which we should. Their advantage is they have unlimited money and unlimited time to do this, and we're just individuals who can easily be silenced. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could be on a bus. I don't want to go to El Salvador. If you're going to deport me, send me to like Costa Rica.
Well, they're not going to deport you and then put you in a nice, pretty villa. I hope you know.
Just leave me in the middle of the woods. It's fine. I won't come back.
I definitely wish that like as a confederacy, we were able to take a stronger stance when it comes to ICE, when it comes to the genocide happening in Palestine. I do wish that we were in a stronger place to be able to, I don't know, in some way make an impact on how people that are on our territory in the supposed North Country are being treated.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I do think that I recently attended it was called the Edge of the Woods Camp. It's based on, there was an older thing back in the day called the Youth and Elders Gathering. And it happened in Ganadagan, which is in Seneca territory. And we had kids from all over the Confederacy, Six Nations, you know, Onkwehonwe, Cattaraugus, Salamanca, even some from Wisconsin and Oneida. And we do this every year. It's a great little gathering. A shout out to Ansley Jemison. He organizes it. There's other people involved, but Ansley's, you know, heading the thing up, and he does the Original Peoples podcast. And it's different because it's the whole Confederacy, and it's, you know, kids tend to be more from the like language learning traditional side, Ohologo type kids, and it's really good to bring them all together like that, because I think we get one of the ways the Confederacy has been disempowered, and we've done it to ourselves too, you know, is just being attached to our one small community. When we have much historically in our ancestors, our power was our unity. Our power was, you know, something attacks the eastern door or approaches the eastern door, and less than a day and a half later, the western door knows about it and can respond.
Runners are going.
Yeah, they're going. And that was our power, was that. That's how, even though we were numerically inferior to our neighbors, we were militarily superior. And we can bring that back. That's really just a thing about attitude and culture. That's something we can. And I like these gatherings, just like you were at the Grey Law gathering. And that's another opportunity to build those ties that bind us all together.
And I think it's really important that we're also like encouraging and building that fire of our original government, because that is not something that you may see like out west or west of the Mississippi.
Right.
Is we can actively see an alternative.
Yeah.
When I lived in Texas, which was like from the ages of 5 to like 20, I was like very much involved in like, you know, city politics, county politics, state politics, and it is so different and so disempowering. And the fact that when I moved back home, I was able to witness something different, like there is an alternative as to how we can govern, that it was incredibly encouraging, and still is. It's still like, I'm so glad that we as a people can like use that as a framework to understand how we can hospice the end of the US or the end of Canada, because that's a real thing. Empires fall. And
usually from within.
Yeah. And the fact that we have something that is like sustained centuries is very inspiring to me. So,
well, we're watching the decline of the American Empire right now.
They just put it in turbo.
Yeah.
It's wild seeing these MAGA guys thinking that they're on the rise when we're seeing that they're instigating the death throes of their own system.
I mean, Putin literally made Trump his punk. I mean, that was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it is like when I received word of like the Medicaid cuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to, it comes with a lot of like grief and sadness and what will inevitably be death. But like, I think it's our responsibility and our job to make sure that we're continuing like our ways in the best way that we can, because there's going to be a moment where there is like no other alternative.
Yeah.
And we have to figure out how we're going to actually collectively move as a group and make decisions as a group.
Or start YouTube medicine real fast.
Yeah.
Well, it's, I mean,
like, crack open that book.
I can tell you how to use mugwort.
Yeah,
but
mullen.
really,
keep that mullen on deck.
When you think about it,
you got a cough.
Those things, you know, when it ends up needing to go back to something like that, it's after catastrophic failures of some sort.
Yeah.
And it looks to me like the U.S. is heading towards something catastrophic, but with the, the aggressive behaviors by Trump, and it just seems to me like we're getting ever closer to legit nuclear war. And then it's
normalized by the nuclear reactor.
Yeah. I watched Fallout. This could be okay. This could be okay. What are they going to hit near us? Fort Drum. We'll be all right.
They'd hit the Seaway. That's
one
of the targets.
The dam is one of the biggest targets when it comes to international threat.
Well, you got to move this way a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it would be a bunch of arrestniks.
You think so?
All the way down. Yeah.
Oh, heck, I better move.
A ridge up. A ridge up. They have, I've heard speculation that there is like prints of what the floodplain is if the dam were to collapse and different predictions. I don't know who has that information in the community, but
they have them at emergency management.
The
floodplains, because that's always been an issue.
Yeah.
But if a nuke hit it, the flooding
but
would be a
not
problem.
the floodplain, just a collapse of the dam, like a crack in the dam, a simple strike of the dam, which also building a dam on a fault line.
Yeah. That's a cool idea.
Which, was the initial attraction the first one. They were like, ooh, fast water.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
I have a kayak.
You just float.
I used it last summer when my yard had feet of water in
it. Being at the confluence of 3 water tributaries.
What could go wrong?
I was talking to a professor at St. Lawrence University, and he was like, yeah, that was a 100-year flood, and it's going to now happen every other year. I was like, oh.
Goody.
Sick.
Wonderful.
Well, my father's just about done renovating that barn, so I'm sure he'll appreciate it getting full of water again. Now that there's no more FEMA money to pay for stuff.
That's I was going to put floaties on the edge of my tiny house.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm just going to have like a quick way to cut off the wires holding it down.
Yeah. Just some blow up
thing. Clippers. Just cut
Deuces.
Let it float.
Yeah. Some pontoon, some barrels underneath it.
Yeah. You think I'm joking?
I want to either build like a bus that's a house, or I want to put it on top of a pontoon. So I can just have a camp.
Both? It's like wheels that retract and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So positive outlooks. We're on top of things. Sort of.
No, I do think that like our community is super climate resilient in the sense that we have folks that know how to be independent and fix shit and plant and like that is not the case in a lot of US America and a lot of suburb or urban spaces. They like the fact that we can have a semblance of food sovereignty, the fact that we know if we need to be off grid, we know that there's folks that know how to do that because of the constant power outages that we've experienced. That is like, I'm actually very proud of that. And
building
I love
community.
That. Yeah.
I think building community, like I have a friend out in California, shout out Rachel, and she's very frustrated by everything and like feels powerless.
Yeah.
And I'm, what can you do? And one of the things you do is build community.
Yeah.
You can create networks. You can talk to people. You can have, because that's what life's all about, man.
No.
What are you struggling for? Like that's why I try to remind people when they talk about tradition, why do we do this? Not just to be cool ass Indians, but like, because the other ways are unhappy. Look what they've led to, right? These data centers, are they making people's lives better?
No, they're actually causing a lot of...
How much anxiety and depression is out there caused by this kind of shit?
Caused by the noise, actually.
It's not like the video games. The video games are fun. Cartoons are fun. What they're building isn't fun. They're not creating fun. What are they making?
Surveillance.
Yeah. How's that helping anybody? That's why I always, what is everybody so goddamn scared of? We need surveillance. Like... Our grandparents didn't have any of this stuff. They had we still have Nazis, but they had good ones. Like they had the ones that almost won.
Oh God.
we don't have the good ones yet. I mean, I keep watching these ice guys getting chased out by like hippies with rocks.
Good.
Yeah. Need one solid chant to trigger them, and they.
Yeah.
But it's, we have to be present and we have to actually be there when people rally.
Yeah.
We can't become distant just because we're witnessing it through a phone.
Yeah, because it's far. It won't be far very long.
Yeah.
And Isaac will lead the charge.
Nope. All you hippies can get away from me.
All right.
Shout out to the hippies.
Shout out to the hippies.
Shout out to the hippies.
Patchouli stinks.
I don't smell like patchouli. I smell like lavender.
It's his mullein.
Yeah.
Sage.
My mullein and my mugwort.
And your nettle tea.
We had a bunch of kids who learned that mugwort can give you lucid dreams, and they just started harvesting tons of it. But then we had to tell them, no, don't drink it. You put it in your pillow. If you drink it, it'll give you diarrhea.
Lucid dreams because it dehydrated.
Yeah.
You're now dry.
All right. That's good for us today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. And where can we look for your stuff?
You always ask me this. I'm like, I have a website that I don't update.
All right.
MarineraHQ.com.
All
Yeah.
right. You
Yeah.
can look
I'm
at
also
it.
on Facebook under Marina Zafiris.
Yeah.
Zafiris.
All right.
Yeah.
And everybody's got to watch this on our channel.
Oh, okay.
It's on YouTube. It's at Sage Against the Machine Pod.
We also have a website that we don't update.
Yeah, we do. We do. I actually have notes.
It's saving server consumption.
That is. It
Yeah.
is. Yo, you remember when the web was awesome?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
everybody had a web page.
Yeah.
And you could just spend hours surfing the web
Yeah, it was
page.
fun times.
Before social media came,
I was like
ruined it all.
10 when that was.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I was.
We were teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in 1996.
Yep. 95, 96.
Oh, I wasn't born. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
I
Oh,
was,
no. The internet was really
I was on the internet
rad.
before you were
Oh
born.
my gosh.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm old.
You are.
He's old. Look at me. I don't even have gray hair yet.
Your beard is gray, son.
Not really.
And this is Sage Against the Machine.
Yes.
Keep saging, keep raging against the machine.
That's right. Find us.
At Sage Against the Machine Pod.
And we'll start posting more regularly, probably.
Yes, we will.
All right. I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, no.